So I believe that racism is getting very much worse and worse and worse over time. My experience yesterday was like out of all the experiences I had in my life, when it came to a debate, look, I was livid. There isn't enough consideration, there isn't enough care, sensitivity around the subject, not even within the own black community or whoever community, because I know black people aren't the only ones going through the racism. But look, I'm black and I'm going to talk for me. But I'm also going to acknowledge all the other races, you know, the Chinese, the indigenous people, the list can go on, who goes through racism. You have people creating debates. Why can black people say the N word and white people can't? What's wrong with white people saying the N word? This, that. Why is that a question? These are people who don't even know the meaning of racism, and they're talking about free Congo. We are needing to get the world to a place to where, and this only has, it starts with self. It starts with analyzing yourself and changing yourself before you try to even tell somebody else to change. But you see my dog? She's black. That's black fur. She's not a race though. Her race isn't black, her race isn't white. Dogs don't even have a race, but they do have fur. She's black. You have some dogs who have spots and vitiligo. Vitiligo. You have some dogs who have two coats, two different colors. Mixed people. You see where I'm getting at here? Dogs can have one coat, two different types of color coats, polka dotted coats, but it doesn't matter. They're just looked at as dogs, not as, oh, your dog is African American. Your dog is from the Himalayas. Your dog is... But somehow you have people around, oh, you're black. Baby, I wasn't raised up on white people don't like you. I wasn't. So when I went to school, I seen different colored people, but I thought it was normal. I didn't get no thought in my head that it stood out a lot. But what I've noticed is other people that are not my colors does that. It can be a kid around my age, say 6 years old, and they could say, oh, you're black. And I would be like, because to me, I'm not going to say, oh my gosh, a white kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't blame anybody because you never learn the lesson when you put the blame on yourself or others. But the thing is, we not going to, do you know how long we've been fighting for rights and this and that, just for the world to still be racist? But every time somebody talk about fighting, at least we don't talk about lynching, at least we don't talk about doing this. But whenever somebody want to say, all right, man, pull up, let's talk. You know what I'm saying? They, oh, you want to get violent. Like, no, I'm really just trying to educate you. See, that's why I'm a light worker. That's why I am spiritual. Because if I wasn't, baby, it would be World War nothing anymore, because the world would be gone and it would be ridded from all racist people. But it starts with us. I have to literally go downstairs, step out of my comfort zone, and tell somebody, can you not say the N-word? That's very offensive. They probably gonna go off and say it again. But anyways, it still was the point of making the change. Not about, oh, well, they probably still say it anyway. That has nothing to do with me. What has something to do with me is going downstairs and correcting a situation before it got worse. Because I'm pretty sure that was a calling to me. You got the mouth. You're a black person. They're not. Tell them how you feel. You don't have to get aggressive. You don't have to get emotional about it. I mean, if you do, you do. It's no problem with that. But we want to be in our self-assertive energy. We're confident in what we're saying, to the point to where we don't get emotional. We don't get upset, angry, sad about it. But sadness is very okay, because I was getting emotional when I was on live. I had to cut the whole live out so I wouldn't get banned, because you know how TikTok like to do and ban you. But anyways, after all my experiences that I've had, yesterday, as I get older, as I'm spiritual now and I raise my vibrations and my frequencies, the world is just not changing. It's like the more that the world evolves and grows, the more racism goes around. Do you know, I even was getting on the game with my headsets and people will say, oh, yeah, with the ER at the end. The same people who start off with no mics, or the people that start off like cool or whatever. You never really know a person. Exactly like that lady who was the host of the topic The topic didn't even make sense, so it was given very illiterate, but I'm not going to do that, okay? I don't want to spread any negativity, but this is me speaking my mind, so I don't feel like anything is negative when I'm speaking my mind. As long as I'm not dishing it out and calling somebody illiterate, look. But anyways, she didn't know what the meaning of racism was. This girl named Cam, I'm so proud of her, because a lot of us, even black people, even myself, I haven't done a lot that I needed to do, like actually protest or do certain things for the movement. I may have put BLM in my bio, put the little hand up there, turn my profile picture black when that situation was going on, but I didn't take the initiative to go out and do my own protesting, to go out and create my own. But look, now I am, because it is ridiculous. You even got people out here who are adopting black kids, and I don't know how to feel about that, because a lot of people are not coming from a good place on the inside. They're coming from they call it whitewash, right? Brainwash, you got whitewash type of energy. But I understand if you were a person who is of another color and you're not damaged in that type of energy. But I feel I was even working with someone as a life coach, and they were racist as well. They were like, so how is it at the black church? I didn't know how to feel about that, but that's why I'm in the position that I'm in, because I know how to control myself. I know how to maintain, but I don't feel like I educated her in the way that I needed to, but that's okay, because now I'm getting to that point to where everybody is getting educated. I may not be an activist. I may not be someone who talks about racial conflicts and everything, but baby, we gonna talk about it right now and forever, however long. Because baby, I know most definitely I'm gonna be bringing kids into this world. I don't know if it's gonna be adoption or self, but I guarantee I'm gonna be raising up some kids. And you know what? I'm even thinking about adopting kids that are white. We don't need any more of this energy going around and building and building and building. Because that's what I've noticed. It's a cycle. No matter how many of y'all come into the world and it's all, we can be together. Ain't no white people over here, black people over here. So you see what I mean? Where I wasn't separating other races that go through things like this, but it was always a black and white thing for the longest. But I'm not saying that's all it is today. But that it originated, it started with indigenous people, this, that, black and whites. I never seen color, but other kids did. And that comes to show you that they're being educated in the wrong way. So let's do this. Challenge. This is going to be a lifetime challenge, not a one-day challenge, not a 30-day challenge, because I've had it with people. This is why I am able to let go of the hurt and the anger that black men and black women cause me. Because I see everybody compares us. Even if I see that we're different, even if we grew up in a different state, different country, just by our skin, they compare us all. If it was me and a white person standing there and it was a group of purifiers, whoever, they would kill me. No thought about it. And whole time, I care about everybody. I was raised that way. But they don't give a damn. They just see you're black, you're a problem. And I don't blame anybody for that, because they were taught that. Just like some people, black people were taught certain things in their life. Certain white people, certain Chinese, certain this, certain. But we need to come to the point in time to where we stop blaming what we were raised up on. You're grown. You know right from wrong. So let's see, the challenge is stop racism. Anytime you feel you're able to, whether you hear somebody saying the N-word, whether you see a black person getting bullied by a group of white people, whether you see a Chinese, an indigenous, an Indian, whoever, help. Speak up. People lose their lives every day. People get molested every day. Impregnated. Black people. Oh, you ain't nothing but a maid. You ain't nothing but this. That's why I compared the situation with dogs. They can have one coat, two coats, polka dot coats, and they're not looked at any differently. They are all loved the same. Everyone thinks they're all beautiful. But when it comes to humans, everybody sees race. The challenge is let's put an end to it anytime we can.